G'day guys, and welcome to the show where I report on the latest in gaming news. If you guys do end up enjoying today's video, please remember to smack that like button real good. And also, where the hell is Scarce? He's still gone. Anyway, it seems that I've stolen his shirt. But now, let's get to the topics at hand, because you can see we have plenty today in the gaming news. But the first one is about the Xbox One, because there is quite a lot of talk whether the Xbox One X is worth actually buying. The guys over at Eurogamer have actually revealed Xbox One X's benchmarks, and this is a really interesting article which you guys should definitely check out. It is linked down below in the description, and it goes really in depth with the Xbox One X and what it will be able to do at 4K and its frame rates and all that good stuff. As you can see on screen right here, there is a comparison of the render time, the frame rate, and the GPU load at 60 FPS for the Xbox One X at 4K compared to the Xbox One at 1080p. And you see a 13 millisecond render time right there on the original Xbox One at just 1080p. And then the 4K Xbox One X render time is 11 milliseconds. So it's an improvement there, but then the real thing that I noticed here is that you got the frame rate going up to 91 frames per second at a 65.9% GPU load time at 60 FPS compared to the 77 frames per second that you get on the original Xbox One at just 1080p. So this stuff right here, they go really in depth in the video. I could go on and on about this, but they actually do it justice, not me. Now, one other thing I will point out from their report is that they do show off also what happens to be Gears of War 4, and you can see it does actually drop in render time there too. However, another thing there is that the game is only still running under 40 frames per second at 4K. So yeah, it's an improvement over 30 frames per second, but you're still at 4K and this brand new amazing console. I feel like, especially with a shooter like Gears, you need quick response time and everything like that. You should be getting at least 60 maybe, and especially since it's pretty much an exclusive to the Xbox itself. So if you do want to check out that article that goes fully in depth, and they also have a video so you don't have to read everything, it's all on the page, which is linked down below. But it's not the only thing I'm going to talk about the Xbox One X being worth actually buying today, because an interesting article through an interview came out, and it's from the UK development studio known as Sumo Digital. They're mainly known for games like Sonic and All-Star Racing, Little Big Planet 3, and now they're actually in the final development stages of Crackdown 3. And if you don't know, Crackdown 3 is coming to the Xbox One X, and it's meant to be one of the big launch titles, I guess. And the thing is, they do talk about the Xbox One X and what it can do. Here's one thing they stated right here. We've got something like 15,000 simultaneous props moving around in our game, Crackdown 3. Now the Xbox One just eats them up for breakfast. You can just go and go with it. Once we start making games that are optimized for the platform, it's going to be badass. I don't mind saying that it's significantly more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro, and we've worked with the PlayStation 4 Pro. It's way more powerful. It's night and day difference. These are some pretty strong words right here. When they say something like that, a development studio that's worked both on the PS4 Pro and now on the Xbox One X, and they're saying that the night and day difference between them right there, that's kind of crazy news, and I'm kind of excited about that, but at the same time I'm kind of holding back because I want to see this stuff in person side by side when they're both out. And the thing that I noticed is that it all comes down to basically the same stuff when it's a game that's on both consoles. When you've got a multi-plat game, it's gonna be pretty much the same at this stage in time. We're not sure what it will be like when, I guess they said, when it's fully optimized, when they've had a couple of years development on these new consoles, but at this point in time, it looks like they are pretty much identical. So I don't know if it's actually worth buying the Xbox One X over the PS4 Pro or the PS4 Pro over the Xbox One X. At this stage, it does look like the Xbox One X has a lot more potential of the PS4 Pro just because it's come out later and it is more powerful. It's the most powerful console of all time. One thing I will argue is that we're talking about consoles, and yeah, consoles are just consoles and they will be in that box forever, and then you'll have to get a new one once the new one does come out. The thing you see behind me down there and these three screens powered by it, that's a PC, well, a gaming PC. You guys know all that, you're not idiots. The thing about PCs is you can upgrade them. So I'm personally now a PC gamer. For years and years and years, I wasn't. I was just a guy playing on my couch, playing Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo. And now I'm like, man, I really see the power of the PC, but at the same time, I know not everyone can afford it. And Microsoft and PlayStation have both said themselves that getting a premium PC experience on a console is with these Pro and X versions of their console. So yeah, if you do have about $500 and you're looking to get a really good gaming experience, your best bet is probably still to get an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro rather than a PC, because that's a big question I've been getting on my Twitter, Instagram, on my YouTube comments, everywhere. People are just like, is it worth getting a PC or these new Pro and X versions of consoles? Personally, I'm gonna say, if you don't have the money, just simply go for a console that is the Pro version of it, or the X, I guess, and maybe just wait it out. If you can, then get a PC. I don't know. It's a really tough decision right there. It all comes down to your dollar and what you have. So it's a really difficult question to answer, but I will be going a lot more in depth with personalized videos that aren't just gaming news on these topics. So let me know what you guys want to know and I will cover that stuff and really go in depth with that. But anyway, now let's move on to the rest of the news in today's show. And our next news report is that Destiny 2's new The Farm social space gets a walkthrough video. Yep. A new walkthrough video has come out for it, which you guys can check out in full, which is linked down below. The new social space will hold up to 26 players, which is pretty nice, and also soccer is fully supported. The farm will evolve as the game progresses with new pastimes and things to do in it. Those are just some of the notes there. If you do want to check out that full video, I have linked it down below. Personally, I'm not the biggest Destiny player, so I really don't know what the hell I'm talking about there. I'm just kind of reading notes, to be honest. Yeah, but now let's get to something I really do know about. And it's a game that I've been playing a lot, and I mean a lot. It's PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, which I think I've played about 47 hours in the past 6 days. So yeah, it's pretty unhealthy. But PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds has a new update out today for only some users. It's out on the test servers, and basically this is just a small update compared to what we are waiting for, which is the desert map and the snow map, and oh my god, I just can't wait for that stuff. But the big changes here, I guess the small improvement and bug fixes that we will get with Battlegrounds this time around, which will come out tomorrow, I guess, for everyone. And here are the patch notes that we do have. They've added a Southeast Asia server, which is awesome because it might be better than Oceanic, which is what I currently use. And maybe we can also play on that on top of just the Oceanic. The UI has improved performance, which is nice, but at this point in time, I personally don't have any problems with the UI. I don't really get too many bugs there. But speaking of bugs, here are the bug fixes on screen that you can see. There's quite a few in there, but some of the ones that do stand out to me are that the vehicle tire effects will change immediately when the vehicle is on different type of ground. I think that's like a small yet really big improvement at the same time. Another bug that's been fixed is that you can no longer get out of a vehicle if the vehicle is blocked all the way around. I think this is very strategic by them to put it in there. It makes it a lot more competitive and you have to really think where you're gonna park your car. And one little performance thing here that does allow you to maybe run the game in high, because I'm playing everything in very low at this point, even though my PC is pretty powerful, is that they fixed the issue of scope crosshair appearing blurry when post-processing quality is set too high. So yeah, those are the patch notes for the new update that will launch on June 6th, so that's probably tomorrow for everybody out there, but it's currently available on the test server for some, so you can go check that out possibly, but it will be available publicly tomorrow. I can't wait for that to see what it's like. Just the little improvements that they keep adding to this game is wonderful. But now, let's move on to the next news report on today's show. It's a bit of a weird one because it's about Assassin's Creed, yet it's not about it. Well, it is, but let me get to it. Hollywood producer Adi Shankar, who's produced Dread, Lone Survivor, The Voices, and more, today announced his next project. Guess what it is? Well, it's an anime of Assassin's Creed. It's going to be based on Assassin's Creed, however, it's going to be a standalone story and a completely new thing itself, which is really cool. Shankar himself is a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series, and he said that he was floored when he got the opportunity to work with the new Assassin's Creed anime. Personally, I love this news right here because I love Assassin's Creed, however, even though the gameplay has gotten a little stale and boring over the years, maybe, just maybe, an anime series will be the next big thing for Assassin's Creed and its franchise. On top of that, Castlevania has a Netflix series coming out in like 2 days on Netflix. Obviously, it's a Netflix series, and that's also produced, or I think he's the showrunner for that. So Ari Shankar, the guy who's making the Assassin's Creed anime, has the Castlevania Netflix series coming out in 2 days. So there's a lot of gaming, movie, entertainment sort of stuff happening, and I kind of like that. But now, what I do like is our next piece of news too. And it's for all the PS4 gamers out there, because you know when you unlock a trophy and then it doesn't sync automatically and it takes a while? Well, there's some good news here, because PlayStation Europe did tweet this. They said, good news, your trophies will now sync much quicker than ever before on your PS4, so it'll be easier to show off your achievements. And yeah, if you didn't know already, PlayStation trophies don't sync automatically. This is why this is kind of a big issue. It's kind of annoying because you sometimes think, wait, did it go through? What's going on? Like, yeah, because on Xbox, achievements do actually go through right away. But anyway, guys, that is it for the gaming news today. And yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. But now, Gorilla Man, please hand me that question. Thanks, Gorilla Man. Okay, guys, and the question is, what video game character do you think would throw the most epic party ever, and why? Personally, I think it'll be Mario, because, well, Mario Party. Yeah. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please remember to smack the like button, because I'm Champ Chong, Max is Australian here.